By the way, Carlo, I think I'm not sure if like anyone is actually listening to this at this point. We're like 1 hour and 30 minutes into the conversation. Do you have like
Yeah.
stats? Like if actually people listen to
We can check
this
the
point of
feed.
the
You can see
of,
there's like
I can see that.
it's been,
Okay.
yeah, it's been dropping off like, 2, 3, 1, 0,
Yeah.
it
So
depends. Every
like,
every live stream is different for me. Like there are some hovers at around 50, 20, but this one is a low one. But then why
who
do you
wants to
ask?
actually no, because
Yeah,
like
no one's
okay
viewing
was
right now.
Okay was concerned that like we're broadcasting this and we're like maybe presenting this to people or whatever. I mean, it's like it's just at my I think this is just like any other mastermind. I mean,
Yeah.
who would listen to like 1 hour and 30 minutes of like our this conversation? But anyhow, it's still good content. I mean, I get that. Why way is this? And it's like it's gonna be it will be more valuable if more people listen to it. Perhaps even if it's just one person gets something of value from
Yeah,
this.
you would be
It's really more
surprised
valuable. No?
because no, you'd be surprised because once it's posted as a podcast, for me actually I don't treat the live stream as people listening. Huh? It's very rare where I have a live stream where people really sit down and listen. Where it's how Facebook is the audience in Facebook are not there to listen to a podcast. No,
Mhm.
right? So like sometimes it works. Like when you have like katong kanang very specific topics that people know what they're gonna get. No, like I had my friend Gino who had COVID and we just talked about it. That one had a very consistent stream of listeners, right? But for something like this where there's really no promise, in a way we kind of have to explain what a mastermind is. I don't have high expectations, but once it's posted as a podcast, the listener profile changes by a lot. No,
Mhm.
it's like
I
people.
think
I mean, you
especially if
listen
you
to
put up a
podcasts.
topic goal, and then you have like a profile of people who follow that particular topic. Like I was surprised when people were listening to the electric transport podcast we had, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, that's right. Oh,
yeah, some
yeah,
actually
people
bookmarked
commented
the
and everything.
video.
Yeah, so it really depends. No, for for me, the live stream is more of a marketing for the podcast.
Mm.
I mean, we're gonna
No,
do
but
it
for the
anyway,
yes,
so
Might
might
as
as
exactly.
well
well.
make it
It's
into
just
a
a
podcast.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep. So do we
I
go
have
to
very little. Sorry, sorry,
sorry,
Kahlil.
go ahead, Mako. Go ahead.
No, I have like very little concern about people watching this. To
Yeah,
me, it's just like Carlo. I'm hanging out with you guys. Like like I know it's gonna be a good conversation, and then we're helping Carlos out with his selling Bics. So
So for
no,
people
I
watching
won't
this,
make this like the last one. But I'm helping Carlo. So yeah, and like if other people like watch this and learn something from it, that's cool. But otherwise,
yeah,
I'm alright.
yeah.
Exactly.
Actually, you'd be surprised about how little I care also about people watching. Like it's the for me the purpose is Murshad. Like if I don't have a content goal of one podcast a week, then I'm not going to have conversations with you guys as regularly. I'm not gonna go out of my way to talk to people that I'm interested in regularly. Who is that? There's a producer. He produced. I'm blanking. He produced so many things, and apparently he's had one-on-one conversations uh, with professionals, very specific professionals for like years, every week. Like he'll have
Mhm.
one with a new, like his assistant does all the booking. I want to talk to this list of people. It's like neuroscientists, doctors, um, you know, and I think he's the producer of like A Beautiful Mind. I don't know, Koy, if you know this. Anyway,
Mm.
Mike
Harvey
Angsing.
Weinstein.
Anyway, so but yeah, like that guy's been talking to one person a week, like with at a specialized field, learning from these people for years, and he's been able to make all of these kanang movies that have very different topics, and a lot of it is because he's been able to learn from all of these people. I don't want to Google because I'm gonna end up typing, but like
Mm.
yeah, I forgot his name. What's that? The producer of Kind of Beautiful Mind. I'm gonna Google, man.
Assignment, boys and girls. Sorry, Kahlil, you were saying? Yeah, I cut you off there.
No, I totally forgot what I was about to say. But
Sorry, man.
what you call this? There was another thing I wanted to say after this, and I forgot it again.
Brian Grazer, letting it out there. Brian Grazer.
All right.
I don't know, like so. I remember you talking about this, Carlo. Like this one is essentially, I mean, a way to meet people, to have that connection, to have those interesting conversations, and it's like setting up a system so that you'll
Yeah.
be forced to do your to help yourself achieve what you want to achieve, which is, I guess, and this is part of it, like to connect with people, have deep, interesting conversations from different perspectives, different areas and of expertise. Yeah. So I guess is it working? By the way, I mean, you've been doing this for what 2-3 years?
Yeah. Working in a sense that I think, I'm sure like it's kind of underlying, it's been helping me somehow. For example, like let's say cycling, for example, like I've learned because of my interest in cycling, I ended up talking to some athletes, some local athletes, and I've learned quite a bit from them. And things like that. Um, I don't know if it's anything tangible. That's the thing. Like I just know I am a smarter, more connected person, uh, and probably happier also because especially now with the lockdowns and everything, it's very easy not to talk to people outside of your household.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've also been reaching out to a lot of people and having like Zoom calls, particularly people in among Rome users. And I think, like, I don't know, I think people are, if people overcome that hesitation of just reaching out and that fear of rejection, you could build so many relationships and open up so many worlds if you just say, hey, I'm interested in your work. Could I have like 1 hour of your time? Could we have a conversation? I could tell you about these things as well. I learned that from sales. I mean, just like removing
Yeah.
this fear of rejection.
Let me tell you,
And
it's easier to do that if you have a podcast because
definitely, yeah.
you
You're not
say,
just
"Can I
some
have
creep wanting to
you in
talk
my
to
show?"
someone.
What'd you say, Koi?
You're not just some creep wanting to talk to someone.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Hey,
Kahlil
I
is
have
not
a
a creep,
podcast.
Koi. Okay, he's
No,
a
I'm
very
joking.
nice dude.
I'm joking. But you know what I mean? Like it's like right. So I quit drinking last year, right? Like, and then I realized how ceremonial drinking is, because like
Yes,
so
it
many
is.
people I don't spend time with anymore because the only thing literally we had in common was just drinking. We have nothing else in common. Yeah, if we hang out and they're just like, oh, what do we do? Like you don't drink? I'm like, I don't know. Do you want to have dinner or something? It's like, oh, yeah, I don't like that. And it's just like, shit. So a lot of the times that the our encounters with people, ba, is kind of glued into an activity or a reason why we need to like spend time with them. Like in
Men in
Carlos' case, the
particular.
podcast. Sorry.
Sorry, men in particular are like
Yeah,
that
men in
somehow.
particular, for sure. Yeah, like Carlo, okay, you can just say, hey, I have a podcast. Can I talk to you in my podcast? Like if I just went cold calling someone I wanted to talk to, pretty weird.
Anyway, you can do that.
In
I
my
mean,
case, like I have this audience among Rome users, so
Yeah.
we already have some exchange in Twitter because before I reach out to them, like I see also there like there's also another interesting thing, by the way, with Twitter. It's like it's like a way to get in contact with people all over the world who have the same interests as you,
Yeah.
and then it's slow like that um, relationship so slowly builds as you read each other's work and you like each other's tweets and you respond and you all those things,
Yeah.
and then like the conversation, it's as if you already sort of I mean, you bypass that initial awkward stage of like introducing yourselves or whatever. Like, it's an interesting process of getting to know people, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna
If
do more of that.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you do,
No, that's cool.
honestly,
I wasn't
Khalil,
saying
like
that about you, by the way. I wasn't saying that that was weird, but like I'm just saying that if you don't have like, I just or so me without a
you
podcast,
can't
without a
take it back,
platform,
Koy.
We have it recorded.
you got me.